thumbnail there at the beginning. That's my bad. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. We get a Thursday night chat. We're hanging out, talking comic books, reviewing them. Before we do that, though, let's hit the intro. I'm trying to plug in my printer. What's up, Mark? How's it going, man?
Nothing much, man. Just trying to unplug your printer. Hanging out.
Yeah, I'm trying to plug in this printer so I can get these labels printed out. And I was trying to do it during the intro, and it just didn't work. There we go.
Handwrite them like a man.
What's that?
Just handwrite them like a man.
Well, I'm trying to do I buy the labels online so that way I just drop them off. You know what I'm saying?
That makes a lot more sense. I don't do that.
You don't do that?
No, I don't have a printer at my alt one.
My whole office is terrible right now. There's papers and crap everywhere. There's books everywhere. As you can tell, behind me, it doesn't look normal. It's been a busy time over here at the Burke Fan House for sure. Getting these boxes ready, which I am thankful to everyone that bought one and supported me. All 20 have been claimed, and over half have been paid for. So I appreciate everyone who is supporting me in the channel. I'm going to be trying to buy a Grail tomorrow. So,
well, I hope these people come on and pony up the dough. They need to pay for these mystery boxes.
I know, dude.
Steve needs the key.
I need the key. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get it. I mean,
you think you're going to get it? You have to will it into existence. You will get it. It is as good as yours.
Yeah. Yes. Well, hopefully they still have it.
Hey man,
if they don't, then I'll be getting something else I get. So I will be giving Beckerman his box tomorrow. How's it going, man? Kyle, what is up, sir? How's it going? It is Morphin time. Yes, sir. Robert, what is going on? Actually did get some books. I have them. Where are they? Right here.
I saw that you were able to, for those that don't know, part of certain tier membership is early access to some videos. Yeah. And Steve shared this haul with the members already. So if you're interested,
I'm only going to show off. I'm sorry.
If you're interested in getting early access to some of Steve's content, getting ahead of the curve, consider joining his channel membership. Tons of perks, all listed in the details down below. You can hit that join button without committing to it. You can actually hit it, look at all the cool stuff, and see if there's something for you.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. I'm not going to show every book because I want people to wait for that video that's coming out tomorrow. But I will show off a couple books that I got this week, and then talk about another book that I read. Haven't had a chance to read more than one book, I'll be honest. I think you and I both have read only one book so far, right?
No, not at all, man. That's half why I'm so tired. You sent that list.
Oh, see,
I'm under the assumption that you're running a show here, and I'm trying to be respectful as a guest. I just power read through like 4 books, dude.
I suck. Well, I'm gonna try. I can try to power read real quick.
You don't have to do that. I can catch you up.
Pop's Attic, what is going on, bro?
What is going on, Pop?
Tyler, hello. All right. So, a couple books that came out this week. Flash number 780.
Fun.
I'm excited to read. I need to read the last one first. And then Nightwing 90, which I need to read the last one as well, but I know it's like a crossover with Wally West.
Yeah, that one stands on its own still. I mean, obviously read them in order, but that one's getting back to the normal story where the last one was that tie-in.
I'm really doing my best, man. I'm so busy. Like right now, okay, so it's spring break, right? And I'm at home, but so is my daughter, and it's not like super nice weather out. And so she's been inside a lot. She doesn't have any brothers or sisters to play with. So she's constantly asking me to play with her, or we have to watch whatever she wants, or have to get her a snack. And then even when she is playing with friends, she's coming in and out like every 5 minutes, it feels like, dude. And it's just
introduce her to her next imaginary friend.
It's just I feel like, and then I've been putting together these boxes. I just feel like I've just been, even during my spring break, I've been doing nothing but working. And then today I updated grades. I just feel super busy all the time. Mark, did you get any cool books this week?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What up, Pocan Joe?
Of course, there's a couple for me to pick up tomorrow. Power Rangers. That's it.
Yeah, that's the only book that I actually read.
Yeah, I read that one as well. So I got the same Flash issue you did, 780, which is part 3 of the War for Earth 3. Was a fun crossover issue there. Had a little bit of Easter egging for the upcoming Dark Crisis. We've got the finale to the League of Chaos storyline in Justice League issue number 74. So the next issue is the death of the Justice League, and Joshua Williams will be taking the title as of the next issue for that, and then it'll be dying off for a while. Detective Comics issue 1057. We're almost to the end of the Shadows of the Bat storyline. We have next week, and that is it. And then that 12-part event will wrap up. Then I got what's easily been the read of the week. Like nothing else has come close to this yet. And that's World's Finest, issue number 1. That's a banger.
Did you get the Lee Weeks cover with Azrael and Cyborg Superman?
I got this cover right here.
That's it.
But I do know which cover you're talking about. I did not.
I didn't even realize it was out, but it is sick.
There was a lot of really cool variants for that one. But, dude, part of what's so cool about this, beside Mark Waid coming back, is Dan Mora on the big 2 like this.
Dan Mora.
Dude, he was meant for these characters. And when you get into these pages, it's crazy. Like my mind, it's hard to process how amazing what I'm looking at is. And it's so dynamic. The lines are clean. They're neat. The panel-to-panel work is smooth. Like he is a solid artist, man. Solid. And then I did pick up the Heroes Initiative edition of the JLA Avengers trade paperback honoring George Perez. And
you were able to get that, huh?
Yes, here it is. And I also have a second copy on the way that'll be here in a few days that I'm going to be putting into my Legion Loot giveaway. And then I'm going to be entering a raffle for another one tomorrow. Spreading them out.
Sorry, my wife sent me a Snapchat, and I was watching it real quick.
You got to. That's how it goes.
It was I had everyone mute. Sorry about that. So you have another one of those coming, and it's going to go into the next Legion loot box.
Yeah, so I'll be giving one of these away.
Is Paul sponsoring that box along with Big Time Collectibles, or is it just BTC?
Paul is constantly hooking me up with stuff left and right here and there. Most recently, some hero clicks.
Some what?
Some hero clicks. He found some old hero clicks in the back of the store that were unopened, including this. I think it's no. They're mixed up over here. I don't have. Awesome. Yeah, including like these little promo ones, like that Jim Lee Batman there. It's hard to get these things in focus.
608. It's supposed to be the 608 second print cover.
Yeah, look at that.
I love it.
I can't get them to focus for nothing yet. Still figuring that out.
I need a haircut, and I went to go get one, and I said on the app because you can check it online because that's what I always do.
You're so bougie.
What?
You're so bougie.
That way I don't have to wait in line, right? So I tried to check on the line, and it said they were closed, right? And so I'm like, okay, that's weird. They're never closed. So I went over to Walmart, which is right across the street, and I saw people coming in and out, right? And the sign was on. I'm like, all right, they're actually open. Something's wrong with the app. I go over there, and I get close enough, and it says, sorry, we're closed for construction. People coming in and out were construction workers.
The hard hats didn't give it away?
What's that?
The hard hats didn't give it away?
They weren't wearing hard hats. They weren't wearing hard hats. It's only if they're building like brand new stuff. They were just renovating the inside. So they don't have to wear hard hats. So I haven't got a chance to get a haircut yet, but hopefully it happens soon. Hey, Kenneth Bird. Hello. How's it going? How's it going? Hope everyone is doing well.
Why
Tomorrow,
don't you just grow it out?
well, because it looks kind of bad at this length. I'm doing like kind of like a side comb over thing, and
No, it looks straight.
it does not look good. Tomorrow I am going to Kansas City. I'm hanging out with Becker, I think, for a little bit at the shop that I'm hoping to get a Grail at. So, a couple people, one or two, I know at least two people that said they're going to pay tomorrow for the box. So, the other handful, I'm not sure what's going on there.
Oh, tomorrow's payday for a lot of people, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. If you pay tonight, I can ship tomorrow.
Just pushing them.
I'm trying to get that money, man. I'm trying to get that
Yeah,
money.
you cutting it close here.
Hey. Hey. How's it going?
I just opened mine too.
Nice.
I was like really careful with the envelope because the envelope's even freaking nice. I'm like, come on, Austin.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it is. Speaking of,
You didn't waste so much money on these fancy envelopes. You wouldn't have to charge us so much for his amazing artwork.
and my buddy Mike V sent me
A love letter?
basically.
Awesome, dude.
No, he's getting married. He sent me a RSVP thing, even though we've already RSVP'd. They sent him out anyways.
Yeah.
They're getting married in May. We've already RSVP'd. Panda should be there, and I'll be there. It should be a good time. I have not been back to my LCS since last weekend. I do know that they're doing 75% off all back issues and 35% off graded books and case books and $10 plus books, which they said this might be the last weekend they're open. So I don't know what they're doing after that. I have a hard time believing this is the last weekend they're going to be open.
Just because the amount of stuff they still have.
There's so much stuff they still have. And like,
have they been getting a lot of foot traffic in there to come?
Yeah. So like I was there 2 hours last week and it was always busy. And I asked and they said that both weekends were pretty much the same in terms of, what they made. So I did also ask, because I've been asked multiple times by different people, because I've seen the videos about his personal stuff. As of right now, I expect them to put it on Heritage or to keep it. So I don't know, but like a lot, like his multi-$1,000 books, like his Star Wars ones and his Giant Size X-Men and his first Ahsoka, the regular cover, and then that variant. I assume that
those are all eBay books, man. Those aren't even Heritage books. First Ahsoka, first. I mean, they're throwing away a lot of money.
They're multi-$1,000 books, though. And I think
a lot of money.
I think if they sent them to, I don't know. I don't honestly. I have no idea. But that's just
TSX X-Men. Would be worth it probably, but I can't imagine what kind of fees they take out of your profits and stuff with those.
No time for that, bro. I got no time for that.
What if you weren't a teacher? You ran a comic shop.
So here's what I want to say about running a comic shop in Kansas.
It's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea. Okay. All right. So 6 comic book shops that I know of have went out of business since I started collecting comic books in 2016. So basically one per year.
What's the common denominator here, Steve?
Kansas.
Oh, I thought it was you.
No. Well, one of them was Hastings, which like all of the Hastings shops went out of business. So that went out of business, and it's just multi places went out of business. I don't know.
There's not enough money in the.
That's just what I've been told. I don't know if that's what they're
Star Wars 1 and Clone Wars 1. Those aren't like $100 books, but those aren't big books in terms of big books.
There's Ultimate Fallout 496, the Giant Size X-Men 150, the regular and then the special edition 9.8 First Ahsoka, Star Wars 198, Star Wars 4296, a couple Secret Wars 8s, one in a 9.8, one in a 9.6, signed by Stan. ASM 252 9.8, and then a 9.6 signed by Stan, and then DC Comics presents 47 9.6, among a bunch of other.
Yeah, that Clone Wars book in a 9.8 is like approximately a $2,500 book. So that's like eBay stuff, where you won't get your head knocked off with the fees like at Heritage.
Well, I don't know, but don't they? The seller pays the fees at Heritage, right?
I mean, both people do. Like the person who's buying the book and the people who like turn stuff into them.
Yeah, I don't know what they plan on doing, but I wish them the best regardless. But as of right now, they're not for sale at the store. Heritage is 40% commission plus other fees. No,
that's what I'm saying. There's no point in them taking those little boy books at Heritage.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know that honestly, my premonition is that they're probably going to keep them for a while because, like, as a remembrance of their dad, is love of comics, and then maybe later if they need money, maybe they could sell them. But
yeah,
I think right now they're.
I'm not trying to tell them what to do. I'm just in terms of anyone listening, unless you're selling like ridiculously expensive stuff and you want someone to. Heritage is good because you have someone who's middlemaning for you. It's a trusted facilitator to facilitate a purchase of a very high-end item with an unknown individual who's promising you a lot of money for it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I wish them the best regardless, and I've got some good stuff there, and I'll probably wait to go until next week to see if they have any other sales or anything. I do expect at some point the graded books will go down to 50% or more to get rid of them, but as of right now, they're only 35%. So
there's a bunch of the Crane stuff from like those signings and everything.
Yeah. I mean, it was in that video, but yeah, it's a lot of Crane stuff still, a lot of just random stuff. I mean, just normal stuff you'd see at a comic shop, just graded books of just random things. So a lot of $10 plus stuff, a lot of it. There was like 4 or 5 last Ronin #1s first prints, and those I think they had them marked at 80 or 70, which is I think what they were going for. But
are they 9.8s?
No, they were raw.
That book jumped up like that?
I didn't realize it either until I looked it up, and I was like, wow, I didn't realize it had gone up that much, which is crazy because like you can get a 9.8 for like $200, so like $100 more, you can get a 9.8 of it. So I don't know, but they're all.
You can get one for $50 and pay the $10 shipping.
What's up? Sunday TSB. Yeah, I saw that.
That's one in the UK though.
Prices. Interested in what? Like buying stuff?
I don't know. They're like people asking 50 for them and stuff. There's a lot of people asking more, but
and it could have gone down too. Yeah, like I said, Dan Eckery has said that he's going to get something, and so whenever I get a chance to go there, I'll message him to see if he's still interested in getting something, and then I can see if anyone else wants to buy something. So, Scott's kind of a cheapskate though, so I don't. He might be like me and wait till the sales are even more. But
I wouldn't call him a cheapskate. I would call him an opportunist.
Yeah. He waits until they're real hungry, which I get, totally get it. I'm a buyer. Yeah, well, me too. Hoping to get something big tomorrow. It would be one of the biggest books I've ever got. So hopefully Fingers crossed. It happens. The only problem is I don't know how I'm supposed to get it home. I don't know how I'm supposed to get it home because we're staying in a hotel, right? And it's not a regular. I mean, you guys are gonna figure out what it is. It's not gonna fit in here. It's too big. So I don't know what I'm gonna do to put it in to get it home.
Just put it in the bag. If you buy it in the comic shop, you typically they put comics in these things, and you just
but
set it on the counter, and then you pick it up and you put it in the car.
It's a 2-hour drive home, is what I'm saying, and we're staying in a hotel tomorrow night.
So
I'm just gonna hold it the whole time.
Where's the problem?
I would prefer it to be in a box, so I can just not have to worry about it.
Y'all overthink this moving comic book thing. Y'all spoiled kids with their store folios.
I know for a fact it's not going to fit in here. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm saying, like, you don't need that to move a comic book. Those things are so new. How do you think people moved comic books forever before then? Just put it in a bag, set it on something. Don't set nothing on top of it. It'll be fine. Put it in the back seat. Buckle it up. You got this, man. It's a book.
I'm wondering if it'll fit in a Gemini.
Oh, my God.
I should bring a Gemini. I don't know. I'm a little worried about it.
What you should do is you should just start carrying a comic, in a bag and board. They're perfectly safe in these things. That's what the board's for. Just you should practice. Like, take a book out with you when you go tomorrow and do stuff. Like, when we get off the stream, take a book with you and go to the gas station or something and see how it's done. How could you possibly move a comic book?
Listen here, dude. My whole family's going to be with me. We're going to have stuff. We're going to take an in and out of the hotel. It's going to be parking overnight. We're going to go shopping the next day. Like, there's a lot of stuff happening in the car, right?
Put it under the seat.
What?
Put it under the seat.
No.
What do you mean, no? That's like a super safe place. In all seriousness.
No, it's not. It's not going to go well there. I gotta find a box to put it in. I'll find a box.
I'll mail you a box. Don't leave for your trip till it gets to you.
Shut up. I'll find a box. You know what? It might fit in this one. I have two different ones.
Insane right now. How do I move a comic?
I do have a store folio. It will not fit in a store folio. If that gives you
tested it. You have other examples you can test it with.
Yes, I do.
If it doesn't feel like it fits, just force it. Just push.
Come on now.
If it's that important to put it in there, Steve, you're gonna have to force it.
Wait a second here.
Dude, you'd be running a bigger risk mailing it, in my opinion, Jay. Like, really risking it through the USPS when you can just put it in the car. Once you pack the trunk, put it in the trunk and somewhere that it's not going to move.
It's going to fit in this box right here.
Right here.
This box right here, it's fitting in it. I might just have to cut down the board.
If I were you, I would put stickers on that box.
And tape the bag over. I'm going to put in a bunch of bubble wrap in there.
There you go. Joe's with me. Just push it. Pushing equals pressing. He likes that.
Push it in.
Yeah, rent a U-Haul and just set nothing but it in the back.
Rent a U-Haul for a single book.
You can get Winter to drive and you can sit in the back holding the book.
Oh my goodness gracious, that is amazing.
That's the best idea.
That is amazing. Yo, Flo, what is up, bro? How's it going? Appreciate you getting a Burke fan box, man. Appreciate that. Mark, I appreciate you as well. Hope everyone likes their boxes. That's what I'll say.
Mine was fantastic. I appreciate it. It was great. Can't wait to do it again. When will you be doing more mystery boxes, Steve?
When I get my pre-screen back.
What are those mystery boxes going to look like?
They're going to be one slab per box plus at least one, if not two exclusives per box. There's going to be 10 of them. I may even throw in some random comics in there as well. I haven't decided. And they'll probably be around $100 shipped or 115 shipped, somewhere in there. Every one of those will have a CGC 9.8. Some of the books that will be in it, there's going to be, let me pull up the list. That will include a Venom 35, the Trade Dress Crane. I'll have at least 2, if not 3, Department of Truth #1s. I'll have a Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters #1 Virgin by Nakayama. I'll have 1, if not 2, Moon Knight #1 Terrific Con exclusives. Those are the Werewolf by Night 32 homages. I'll have an ASM 50 Mike Mayhew variant and a Batman 50 Warren Lau variant. Something's Killing the Children #1 8th printing. A Department of Truth #10. That's going to be the Swamp Thing homage cover. You know what I'm talking about? The House of Secrets.
House of Secrets, secret variant.
Yeah. So one of those, and maybe more. We'll see. We'll see how those go. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Well, those for sure. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I sent out 25 in a pre-screen, knowing that I was going to sell 10 of them. Hopefully they all come back 9.8. So that should be back here in the next 2 to 3 months, I'd say. So, what's up, Monkey? How's it going? She looks tired.
Yeah, she came slow walking in here crying,
Oh,
snitching on her mama.
how old is she?
2. She turned 2 at the end of February.
Nice.
Did you tell Steve hey?
Hi.
Did you say hey?
One time we found one of my daughter's pacifiers that looked just like that behind a chair like a year ago. Because you have to have 1 billion of those when they're that young.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere. So that's funny. Triple C. What is going on, Ruby G? What is up,
in the
sir?
chat, Monkey? See that right there?
Oh, dude, yes. Heck yeah. Dude, I watched the Adam Project earlier this week.
Right here.
Absolutely exceptional movie.
That's Pop.
I would not say that it was better than any Marvel or DC movie, but it was a great movie. I know that you watched it. Did you like it? Did you like the Adam Project?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. Kyle turned it on and started watching it. And you see Pop, and it didn't catch my attention. I was like a little preoccupied.
Yeah.
Pop's in bed. He's on his phone. He's watching us. He's typing right there.
He looks different in his Facebook profile pic than he does in his IG profile pic.
Let me see. I'm familiar with the IG one off the top of my head. I can't think which one.
He looks skinnier in the IG one than he does on Facebook.
That might, because the IG one would be more recent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so the one that's on the Facebook profile was like a handful of years ago from the last time he went on a cruise. Because there's some years like back to back where they went on a bunch of cruises. I went a few times with them, a couple times with them. Yeah, they were a blast. And yeah, that was the Facebook one. That's probably 8-7 years ago, around there probably. We can't open it right now. It's too late, baby. We'll get it tomorrow. Is that okay? I'll get it out tomorrow. She looks like she's seeing ghosts right now, just looking through stuff. She's so tired. Steve, what did you read this week?
I read Power Rangers 17.
Yeah, it was It was the first issue after an event.
It was very much a filler, or what's the right word I'm looking for?
Snooze fest.
It wasn't good.
And I
I'll
don't.
be honest, it was not good.
It wasn't bad. It just like it's just where a story is, like the first issue after an event. You know,
Right, right.
there's some goofy elements. Yale has got to go. Like we have to get rid of that stupid cat, man.
It is kind of dumb. It is kind of dumb. Yeah, great movie. I agree. Great movie. Or good movie. We enjoyed it. Hey, did we get some more payment? Let's check it out.
I don't think I want to really explore the whole aspect of Safe Haven being this melting pot time bomb. I think I think that'd be a pretty boring story. You know, when they were broadcasting out to the universe their little message, which was kind of setting the tone for moving forward.
Or Vox.
Yeah. Before that, you know how like it was showing the different places, different planets, seeing the message. There's that one guy in the desert with the hood up and the long blonde hair. I wonder who that was. I feel like that was meant to be somebody. I don't know who. Like,
wasn't that supposed to be Draken?
no scars, no scars, no half haircut.
Is that supposed to be Andros?
That's what I was thinking. That's exactly where my brain went because I flipped through it and it looked like Draken, and then I'm like, wait a minute. And I went back. I'm like, why is his hair so blonde? And it definitely was blonde hair, clean face, no scars, no nothing. So I'm wondering if they can start pushing Andros through.
Let me see if I can pull up the picture real quick. Sent emails. Power Ranger 17. All right, let's see here. Yeah, it was a snooze fest. I wasn't a huge fan of the art either. I don't like the way they do the text boxes either.
Bro, like after that last issue, like whether it was enjoyable or not, but just the art style of the last issue versus like what we've been seeing like with this issue, it just feels so Japanese anime to me.
The new dude, okay, particularly okay. What's his name? Not Zach. Jason. Dude, when he turns around and shows his hair, his hair straight spikes. I mean, that is completely anime.
And like with the way that it just they do the from the ears to the jaw drawing, it just looks anime. It's just not my art style at all. It's not bad art for anime, I guess. I don't know, but I don't read mangas. It's just not my art style. I don't like it. Yeah, I definitely prefer. And 11 looked horrible in this one. The way that they drew him, he looked more cartoony than he did in previous ones for some reason.
Oh, that is 100% Andros. Because Andros has okay, hold on. Have you seen Andros's hair?
Not today.
Well, but on the show, do you remember what?
Yeah, just long, straight blonde hair.
It wasn't just blonde.
Oh, the lines in it?
Yep. And what did that guy have in the picture?
I don't know. Did he have the lines in it?
He did.
You're forcing me to go look it up again.
He did. It's on one of the last pages.
Yeah. I just have to go to the trusty comic book digital warehouse that we share.
It's the third to last page. Third to last regular page. That is 100% Andros.
Dude, that's awesome. We haven't seen him since
Dragon New Dawn.
We got that tease at the end of New Dawn, which I'm dying
to return. Be a different universe, right?
Yeah, this is the regular universe we're in right now.
This is the canon universe.
I mean, it's all canon.
Well, you know what I mean. This
is the main. This is Earth 1. Yeah. DC references.
Yep.
Dude, where the hell did it go?
See, when I read it, I was reading through it very quickly, and I just immediately thought it was Draken.
I was waiting for him to pop up, but I'm kind of glad that they didn't show him. Like, you know me, I'm a big fan of like leave stuff hanging so we have stuff to wonder about, talk about, look forward to. So I'm glad that they didn't just be like, we're looking for Draken, and then one panel later, here he is. Now the reader knows. I like to figure it out with our characters.
Yeah.
Just feel like a lazy story. Oh yeah, most definitely. I think that my brain just assumed those were shadows at first because, like you, I was kind of reading through it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But that's definitely Andros.
100% Andros. So with that weird looking nose.
That's pretty cool.
What is he doing on that world?
I don't know. I don't have a clue.
Because like you look at it, like everything's dead in that world, unless he's visiting a planet where his sister's from. You know.
So, like in terms of the show, was the Andros stuff, was that in like a specific timeline, or was it in a different universe in the show context? Like, is this Andros in the book? Is this going to be like pre-show Andros, or is it?
It's got to be.
But you know what I mean, like, because I don't know, like with the shows they're all over the place in the universe and stuff. It isn't necessarily just a straight timeline of Earth. Bulk and Skull are in. They're doing
Mighty
fine.
Morphin. Yeah.
Yeah, they're in Angel Grove running their Ranger Station podcast thing.
And Skull.
Smashing an Eltarian.
Yeah, he did not smash an Eltarian.
Oh, he's
kissed
warmed
one
it up
for sure. Hey,
we don't see what happens between the panels.
There's a person that lives in Grovetown, Georgia.
Mm-hmm. That's here. That's Augusta.
That bought two boxes. Oh, he's a Legion dude.
Oh, Alan.
Alan Rue. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Alan. Remember back when Last Ronin 1 came out, and I went to my shop to pick up my A cover, and a guy came in trying to grab one, and they were sold out, and I gave him my A cover, and then Panda ended up sending me one of his extra.
Oh, that's right.
That's Alan. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He has a 9.9 of.
Yes, he does, of the Howlarian.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mine is definitely not a 9.9. Mine's more of a 9.8.
I haven't sent in any Last Ronin stuff to get graded, and I definitely will not ever until they update their slabbages or until CBC. I'm hoping CBCS will get some magazine side slabbages, because then my Last Ronin stuff will go directly to them. I think it'll be interesting to see, because you know how, like, when it comes to 9.9s and 10s, it's the square bounds, the oversized that get it easier because they're tighter edges. I'd be interested to see how many actually come out of CBCS versus so many out of CGC. You know, there really is a lot. There should be, though, like in terms of the CGC standards we're used to. You know, they're crisper corners and whatnot.
Sure. But I agree. The slabbages at CGC are not good for magazines. But
they're just not worth the money or the time for me. You know what I mean?
Having said that, here's what I'm going to say. I sent in a Last Ronin #1 second print thank you variant, the one per store.
The foil.
I sent that in. I sent that in for that Last Ronin to be signed by all the creators.
Oh God, you did it!
I did. I did. And then I'm hoping the book that I possibly get tomorrow, I can also send in to be signed by the creator, because basically all the other TMNT books that I have all been signed by Eastman. So I'd like to get that one signed by Eastman as well. So,
have you had the opportunity to get any of the signatures in person yet?
No. Having said that, I was at the con where my Raphael #1 was signed. I did not get to meet him to get it signed. I had to get it dropped off because he was so busy.
Being that you do have have a handful of signatures and more on the way, how do you feel about like holding books back? Like, being that like potentially if someone were to pick up like I'm a huge fan. Like I got a lot of George Perez stuff, for example, you know, sure. So it's cool to have stuff signed, but like there's certain stuff, like if I knew I could get a chance to go to a con where he would be at, I would definitely reserve this one for that chance when I get to stand in front of him and meet him and get it signed. Like reserve this You know what I
True.
mean? How do you feel about holding back that book that might be your personal grail of a piece of your fandom to actually add that experience to it versus just sending it off for a generic signing service?
I want to get that one graded as soon as possible,
Yeah,
and I
but
want
look
it
at
signed. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I want to protect that investment. But having said that,
that investment.
what's that?
So protect that investment. We've already learned that you do not know how to travel in a vehicle without your book and something, much less set it in the box behind you. Like that's out of the picture.
No, I mean, here's what I'll say: is if Eastman comes to my con again, then yeah, I'll definitely get something signed by him and to get that experience, and tell him, hey, I have this many books signed by you. This is the first time I've actually got to meet you and get something signed. I'll still be able to
You
get that
can
experience.
always crack a signed book and get it remarked only. Like it's already
True.
signed, but crack it and please add one of those famous
Turtles.
remarks of yours on there. Get him to add a Casey mask or something, just anything. The dude knows how to draw.
Oh yeah. So
Brother John in the
when
chat, what is happening?
what is up, brother John? How's it going, man? So when I got this
I'm
signed,
making John a video.
I did not expect him to do the little remark on it, but he did.
Mm.
And it's
That's
got
why I
that.
said get him to add the Casey because he put Casey on it.
Yeah.
Because whenever he signs a book, he always puts the turtle head on it. It's just part of his signature, pretty much.
Yeah, of course. Well, except for he didn't do a turtle head on my TMNT Adventures #1.
Send it back.
Send that back.
Return it.
See if he can do all the turtle heads and each one have the color bandanas.
Brother John asks a good question, and this is going to be different strokes for different folks. But if you get something signed at a con, how do you feel about it not having any kind of COA?
Depends on if you're going to resell it or if you're going to send it in to be graded or what.
So I think that a lot has changed with the game because for me personally, COAs don't mean jack diddly squat. I get a lot of books that come with COAs, whether it be because the book is just an exclusive or it's signed or whatever, and they come out and they're all just in a pile. They're actually all behind this row of books right here. I throw them. There's like a gap on the shelf behind the books. I just throw them all back there, but they don't mean anything. They mean absolutely zero. So if you get a book signed at a con, you either get it witnessed and get it slabbed, or you're just getting it signed for your personal collection. And if you want it slabbed later, like investment wise, you always have that option of CBCS. And I know people don't talk about it, but I believe that EGS does signature verification as well as the PGX people. But I have no problem getting something signed that'll go into my PC. Like I've gotten, like when I went to the Crane signing, I got like that first Marvel run of Ghost Rider that he did. That's what I took. Like they were beater copies even, and I mean they're not like destroyed, but they're not 9.8 contenders. I bought them off the rack when they came out. I read them tons of times. I let my brother hold them and read them because I was just his art on the interiors was so crazy, and that was my first real experience with Clayton Crane, and it was on Ghost Rider, whom I love. So I thought that was the perfect book to get signed, and they're sitting in there with no COA, but they're for me, and it's just a piece of paper. Steve over there right now with his printer that he plugged in at the beginning of this show, and his editing abilities, and anybody who can make a thumbnail on YouTube can make you a COA that's the exact same thing you'd get out of the store, just as legitimate, no difference.
Yeah, no, and it's literally the exact same.
Might even make it look cooler. How do you want your COA to look? Let's do it.
I can tell you that CBCS doesn't care if it has a COA or not.
No one does.
So
nobody but the people buying them that doesn't know any better. I mean, they might look cool. You might, they're numbered. I think the only time that they actually mattered was back in the day. Like there's been little gimmicks with COAs. Like Todd McFarlane used to do this thing. He would have like a stamp, and he would stamp next to a signature and stamp the COA so that it had matching, so that it was some form of verification.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. Honestly, hey, I care because I'm extra. What's up, Angel?
That's perfect. So that goes back to the preference thing. If you like them, they look cool sometimes. Slab, not important. Yeah, because they don't keep them with slabs. CGC will throw them away. CBCS sends them back to you.
I've got
Raw, I can see why you want a COA, but why? If you what is the reason why? Also, selling and keep can make a difference. I know that there are people out there. Again, there's a large body of people that don't know that they're worthless or they haven't ran into the experience where they realize they are. That will ask you if you have COAs, thinking that that adds some kind of legitimacy. But Brent would go to Heroes Con and stuff a lot because it was just close by where he was living at the time, and he would get a lot of stuff signed. And he sells books and everything, but if he got a signed book, he would make his own COAs, and in his mind, it was adding legitimacy to the signature.
Sure.
I'm like, dude, that's
Brilliant.
you're literally proving the fact that they're useless. Like by making your own COA where you went to a con and you're just some dude who bought these books a long time ago and happened to get them signed. It shows there's no validity to a COA.
Yeah, and I agree. And honestly, I'm to the point now where I'm no longer really getting any raw signatures. I'm pretty much don't have hardly any left. I've given away almost all of my Crane ones.
Big thank you for the one you sent me.
Yeah. And I was like, man, I gotta get a DC one signed, right? And so I looked that one up, and I was like, I ordered it. It was cheap. It was like $10 plus shipping. And then I got
but it means more than that for someone.
No, yeah, and I was like,
I mean?
okay, so I got this, and I was like, all right, so I'm throwing in all these extra books to everyone that bought a Burke fan variant, and you were the first person to reached out about making sure you got one. You and Panda, of course.
I didn't ask you for a signature.
Signed CGC 9.8.
Oh, talking about the Burke fan variant?
Yes, and so when
as soon as you said it was an option for sure.
So then I was like, all right, I want to make sure I throw in something really cool since you and Jade and Panda were the first ones, and I was like, I know he's a big DC fan, and I love this, but I think he would really appreciate getting that from me. And I know you're a big Crane fan, maybe not a huge Crane fan, but I know you like Clayton.
I'm not overboard. I'm a legit Crane fan, but I'm not like I don't know. I'm not a Fairweather fan, or I'm not a hype train follower. Like I talked about that Ghost Rider story. When he first dropped on Marvel, like I was all over it. But I don't chase down his covers. He burned me out with that Venom stuff, man. I've got all of his Power Ranger stuff that he's done, all of it. 9.8 signed series, all of it.
Those White Ranger ones. This one and the convention one.
The convention one is where it's at.
It's his best work.
In all honesty, I like that one better just because you see more of the Tiger Zord. And if you look in its mouth, there's not a lot of it, but you can see some of the mechanics.
Yep.
And I think that's awesome. And you do lose some of that in the haze when they haze out the background for the convention exclusive. But it's so limited that it's the obvious go-to. And I got it double signed. It's signed by Crane and JDF.
Just the way he drew the White Ranger is just beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
I've always thought about sending this to CBCS.
He dropped the ball with the Draken one, but I still think that the Green Ranger one is my favorite. I'm very Green Ranger biased, but I still think it's just awesome. Which other ones did he do? The TMNT Power Ranger crossover one he did was just gorgeous. Yeah.
And you got the the rare one for like a super cheap price on the Facebook group.
Yeah.
I'm pretty jealous of that.
It's fun being a Power Ranger fan sometimes because these books aren't cheap books, but people, when they want to offload them because they want to make money quick, this is the first stuff people go to. Let me grab these high dollar Power Ranger books because I don't want to let the other stuff go. And you're like, thank you.
Yeah, I think I think you got it for like $200 or something like that, right?
And the thing with me, like I have Bart, you know what I mean? I have Bart to thank completely because he eats, sleeps, lives, and breathes Power Rangers, everything.
Yes.
So
not
he's
just comics, everything.
Like his house is literally like not like Creep Shrine, but legit museum quality setup and stuff. And it's not just Power Rangers. Like he's big on Thundercats. He loves DC Comics. He loves the MCU stuff. Yep. But he's got like sideshow statues everywhere. Like every original vintage Ranger stuff everywhere. Like real life replica size stuff like Lion-O's sword, the Sword of Omens and stuff. Just So much cool stuff. But he's in these groups and these forums all the time, and when he sees something, he's like, "Here it is, Mark. This is what you were talking about 7 months ago." Finally seen one pop up. But he bought the Green Ranger crane. I was working and it came up in that
He
9.8.
he outbid me that night.
Oh, that was for the raw one.
Was it the raw one that we were bidding on against each other, or was it the graded?
The blue label, I think. It was
Okay.
the blue label. He got it for like $80, I think.
Yeah,
It was something ridiculously
it was
cheap.
crazy cheap.
Yeah, you should have put them high bids in, man.
I guess
But
I
he
did.
bought the signed 9.8 one for me for 114. 114. He wanted in a bid, and he's like, "Mark, look what I just got." I'm like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I missed you." He's like, "No, this is yours. You just didn't answer your phone because you were working, so I went ahead and bought it. I knew you wouldn't want to miss it." I'm like, "Sending you the money, bro."
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's teamwork, dude. It's teamwork. It's how you make it happen.
So you said $114 for the signed Green Ranger one,
Raw, they're like $80.
but that's what you got. It was 9.8 signed.
Yeah, yellow label, 9.8
And so
CGC.
one
Signed
just,
in green, too.
one just sold, signed in green, March 7th for $289 plus shipping.
Yep. That's about average price. They go up from that, too. $350 when they're kind of hot.
The this variant, not signed, went for $125 recently.
Yeah, and I've got that in a blue label 9.8. And the con exclusive is double signed.
Oh. Ow. And I don't know how they didn't take off the shelf here. Oh, that hurt. Oh.
You know what I don't have is that Austin LeMay.
Yeah, this is one of a kind. I had to take down the Berkman variant to put this one up. Oh, that really hurt my elbow. Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool.
So you should take a picture of that with his new stickers he just sent you and post it on IG and spread his art everywhere.
Should.
Mhm. That's why I sent those stickers out to get some Instagram advertisement out of it. I'm going to be doing the same thing here soon.
Where do I put it?
Just right there. Both sides, get both stickers, put them on there. We got to get his word out there.
We do.
We got to get him so busy his commission prices are almost unobtainable because enough people are paying the high dollars for it. Yes, we do, Pops. Yes, we do. Pop said, "Be careful. We don't want to see another Burke fall." Big Nosh is in the building. He said, "Had to bust some heads and break some legs to get in here, but it's time for me to go to bed."
What is up, sir?
Hello, Big Nosh. What is up, brother?
That still hurts. Appreciate you, Nosh, coming in here. I appreciate you buying a couple Burke boxes. He got 2 of them, and they're going to be going out tomorrow. So
Awesome.
Yeah, great dude. Great dude. For sure. Man. What books? So you only read one book this week, or did you say you read a couple?
No, I read the War of Earth 3 tie-in first and foremost. I think those are just
good.
They're flying to the front of my pool. Like, dude, Crime Syndicate, Suicide Squad, Flash, Teen Titans, like this has got it all. Like all like the stuff that's really been at the forefront of the enjoyable DC stuff for me. But this was really fun. It was definitely a self-contained Flash issue with the tie-in elements bleeding over into his title, not him going over there kind of thing.
Right.
But in a nutshell, Johnny Quick of the Crime Syndicate from Earth 3, where everything's really going down, where you got to remember there's 2 Suicide Squad teams, Wallers and Flags. Crime Syndicate, and they're all going at it. And Amanda Waller sends Johnny Quick back to Earth 1 to get the cosmic treadmill. And he hits up the Flash Museum, and of course, Wally gets the alarms at the Flash Museum, as so many times before, is getting ransacked, and he goes and has a face-off with him. And you got to remember, Mirror Master is on Rick Flag's team. So Mirror Master shows up trying to at least stop Johnny from getting it, and Flash immediately is like, Mirror Master, Rogues Gallery, I got to stop you right now. And he's like, Flash, please chill out. Do not let this man get this treadmill. And he got it. He got the treadmill. Johnny Quick's fast, and he's a ruthless SOB.
I'm excited to read it. I'm excited to read the last two because I haven't had a chance to read either.
Was he able to get an issue of War for Earth 3 #1, or is that a reorder?
It's a reorder, so I would have read that, obviously. Hey, Mark, did you ever read the Hulk run I am currently reading?
Yes. That's how I knew which one you were reading as soon as I saw the cover.
Yeah, I don't.
Issue 1 is awesome with Hulk standing there with a bloody fist. I feel like the way that he's drawn in this is a lot more similar to the Incredible Hulk movie, the way that he was designed in that movie.
Ronnie boy, what is going on, sir? We're nearing the end of our stream here. I got gonna be on for another 5 or 10 minutes, and then I gotta get out of here because I gotta package up some stuff I'm sending out tomorrow for everyone that got the mystery boxes that helped me be able to get what I need or I want for the old PC. So,
and what he's referring to is prostitutes, folks. He's going out of town where prostitution is legal inside the city limits.
No,
So,
absolutely not. Warlord, another person who bought a Burke Fam mystery box. Can't wait
I just bought one of his as well.
Yeah, Flo was another one. We got one. Flo was another one. We got lots of people. Mark, Nosh, James, Flo, all sorts of people got the mystery boxes. Hope everyone likes their box. I will say that. If you don't, please let me know, and we'll see what we can do. That's the last thing I want is for someone to not be happy with what they got. So we can figure something out if that's what happens. But I did go through every box, and I did price them out. So hopefully, like I said, everyone likes them. So what else did you read this week that you liked?
Nightwing was fun. Be honest with you, like I want the story to get a little more dynamic. Like it's very well done. It's got a lot of heart to it. But yeah, World's Finest was by far the read of the week. By far.
So
there's a lot of good books.
Read of the week.
But this was good. It's everything that you ever want in a comic. It's got this nostalgic feel to it, with it being completely new and fresh. It's the new Batman Superman series. How the last one just ended. This is the next one, just retitled Batman Superman World's Finest. So it's looking like it almost has a Brave and the Bold vibe to it, where we're going to have just jump right into the story and get the ball rolling. It's going to be really fast paced. And we already got like guest spot characters. We have the Doom Patrol right off the bat in the first issue because they need help with what's happening with Superman. We get Brainiac and Poison Ivy as well as villains in this first issue. Like the shadow mystery villains in the background that are really the puppeteers, but there's a large cast of characters, so it's really fun. It's action-packed. The characters are written very well by Mark Waid, and everybody kind of has one of the common complaints from people is everybody was written the same way. Everyone has the same voice. Well, they definitely do not in this.
So is it not written by Tom King?
This is written by Mark Waid.
Okay, so that's why. So
I just feel like that's one of those cop out reviews. Everyone's written the same way. Because I read books that I hear people say that, and I don't get those vibes from them. I've definitely read books that are like that, but there's really not that many that I've read that's like that, to be honest with you. Like where everyone just kind of comes off the same with their dialogue and stuff. I don't know why. That's like when you hear someone, you're talking about a series finale or a season finale. Oh, it felt rushed. Of course it felt rushed. It's the finale. There's a lot to tie up. That's such a cop-out review,
Right.
There's not a finale in the history of finales that didn't feel rushed, unless it was an unplanned finale, and they just didn't get to continue it.
Right. Well, I'll try to go on and read that on that website.
Oh, I'm sure you'll love it. For real, it's not just my taste, you know what I mean? This is when if you're a fan of comic books, this is just pure comic book. It's fun, and the artwork is absolutely amazing. Like Dan like even if you don't want to read the book, you should buy it and look at it. Like just go OG 4-year-old with a comic book on it. It is worth it, dude. Like look at some of this. Look at that. It's a flashback of Batman in there. Look at that. Like it's just insane how good he draws these characters.
Is Cyborg Superman in the book, or is Azrael in the book?
No, neither one of them. That was just like
just a cool cover.
Yeah. But dude, like why wasn't Dan Morrow drawing these characters a long time before now?
This is World's Finest #1.
Yeah, dude, this is my read of the week. Easily. It was so fresh. Like I said, it has this touch of nostalgia to it, but it still feels fresh and new. Like it has this old school vibe with this new school twist. And it was nice, man. It was just a breath of fresh air, and it's not hindered, or not, I don't want to say hindered. It's not weighted down by current events and continuity, because it's set in the questionable, distant past. No specific time in the past these events happened. So it was awesome. Highly recommend for anybody. So if you want to check out some Superman and Batman stuff, and you don't know where to jump in on, like we're at like part 11 of a 12-issue event in Detective Comics. We're at the tail end of Williamson's short run, which he was only intended to be on Batman for a short run. He was a placeholder before Chip Zdarsky is going to come on. So it's kind of like this undetermined time for Batman. So this is a great book if you just want to read these characters and get some Batman, Superman in your life, and get introduced to a lot of other characters you might not see as often, like the Doom Patrol. That was super cool. Yeah, very cool, Dino. What is going on, Icebox Comics? World's Finest was fantastic. Yeah, it was. I haven't spoken to anyone who's read it yet that didn't enjoy it. Even Taylor Winder, he's like, yeah, that was good. Now, of course, he had like Taylor is notorious for trying to review things as hard as possible, and he had fun with it. There were some things he could nitpick, he said, but it was a fun read. He recommended it. Love the World's Finest. Seems very old school, but super cool storyline. Pick of the week made me. Covered by the 1 in 25. Both of them. Wade went old school with it. He definitely did. Dude, Robin. That's what got me. That's when I figured out what kind of book this is about to be, how it's just pure comic fun, is when Robin hops into the scene. He's so enthusiastic to be Robin, to be part of the super team. Every time people are talking, he's always like, and Robin, like just putting himself out there. It's so cool, man.
Well, I'll give it a whirl.
I recommend.
I want to read Justice League Incarnate as well.
Oh, you haven't got caught up on that one yet either. You got some.
I'm so behind on everything, dude. It's sad.
This is what I can do, Steve. I can pick you up the 6 issues, put it together, mail it to you, and you can refund me my $50. Deal?
No deal.
No deal. I tried. Yeah.
I'll get your box out tomorrow. I'll make sure it's got hair in it.
They're better. Separate bag this time, though. Remember.
It will have. By the way, your boy Paul did a great job with his pull tabs.
I saw your video. I appreciate you giving him a shout out too with the packing and the quality of the books.
It was phenomenal. It was
for those that have a hard time getting comics. And I probably should talk to Paul before I say this, but I'm going to say it anyways. For those that have a hard time getting comics, my LCS is not an online retailer. They're a brick and mortar store. They don't have a website where they do all this stuff and all that. They're very old school, but he does do mail subscriptions. Steve's shop closed down, and he was able to talk to Paul Rogers at the Augusta Book Exchange and set up a pull list for him. Yeah, so there's that to consider.
And he messaged me every week saying, hey, this is what's, I have in your poll. What would you like to add to it? Or look out what's coming out next week and let me know, and I can put it in there for you. And I've already talked to him. I'm like, well, I will have one book coming out next week that I want to get. So let's wait until I have more to go in there, and then we can ship all of them out at the same time. So Robin seemed Grayson old school me.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. And they did it. And I thought they did awesome with that because they didn't tell you. Like they're only in suits. There's
We
not
don't know
time.
which Robin it is.
Yeah, they didn't specify what Robin is, but the way that he carries himself, like I just assumed it had to be Dick Grayson, you know. And like because of his suit design, because it's old school suit design. And even in a flashback, you even see how it's drawn even slightly more old school, like with the trunks and stuff. I'm like, dude. And the way Dan Mora draws capes just gets me. Like it's like that is no one's drawn capes like that before.
Dan Moore is one of the best out there for sure. And people don't know, he like designed like a bunch of the outfits and like characters for DC Future State a year ago.
Oh, nice.
He did
I
like
did not know that.
You did not know that?
I
No,
did
yeah.
not know that.
And you know the whole like the big poster they did for the Future State. He did that entire poster, obviously. I have a handful of mail order customers, most of them soldiers that were walk-in customers until they had to move.
Speaking of mail order, that reminds me of Steve's wedding. Tell everyone again about your mail order bride.
I met my wife at a restaurant.
Where?
I was a freshman in college and she was a junior in high school.
Where'd you meet her?
At a restaurant. We were both working there.
Oh, I met my wife at a restaurant as well. Red Robin. Yum.
Oh, I love Red Robin.
Mm.
Hey, we got a $5 super chat from Dan. Burke and Mark are awesome. Thank you, Dan.
Half as awesome as Dan is.
Mm-hmm. Let me know if you're still interested in getting something from an LCS. I know
he said a Star Wars book, and he gave you an amount to work with.
Well, yes, obviously, but I was just making sure he was still interested.
There's a lot of Star Wars books out there, Dan.
There's a lot of Star Wars books, and
Steve's going to come back with 50 copies of like Star Wars Adventures #3, the C cover.
There was a bunch of Star Wars there, a bunch of Star Wars. You know what? I'll message the guy that works there and see if you can send me some pics of some Star Wars slabs at the shop, and then I'll send the pics to you and see if you're interested. So let me know.
Do they have a place where they're just updating and showing off these pictures consistently over and over of what they have?
They have a Facebook page where they make video like a daily video or once every few days video. Hey, we got another $5 super chat from $5 Joe.
Joe, if you keep this up, you will not be rich. Slow your roll.
I appreciate you, sir. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Joe and Dan. You guys are amazing. Make sure you guys are following Poke and Joe here on Instagram and YouTube.
Dude, check out Evil Lair Project and Builds. That's his other YouTube channel where he does his best work, where he hits the Evil Lair and creates these amazing comic book inspired projects, including building Thor's hammer and Doctor Doom's mask. He's made exploding tip arrows like Green Arrow or Hawkeye. He does amazing stuff in there that you would not
believe. He's Passion, right? Coming up.
He's not on that show anymore. He spends a lot of time hanging out with us guys, man. We have another super chat, Steve. Would you like to read it?
I don't want to.
It says Sidewalk Chalk and Jayhawk.
Hope they lose. I hope they lose.
What is the sports reference to that? Because I honestly don't remember.
Okay, so I'm from Manhattan, Kansas.
Okay.
I was not born here, but I've been living here since basically I was 6 weeks old. So I've been raised here. I went to Manhattan High, and if people don't know, Kansas State University is in Manhattan, Kansas.
Okay.
Kansas State is they're in the Big 12, and our biggest rival is an hour and a half away, the Kansas Jayhawks. And so
y'all's biggest rival is y'all's own team. Well, y'all both Kansas.
We're Kansas State University. They're the University of Kansas.
I understand, but like you can't even get an out-of-state rival or something.
Well, usually usually the team you're closest with is your rival, right?
I didn't know that. I never knew that.
You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
Texas and Texas A&M, big rivals.
USC, I guess it'd be like Georgia and Georgia Tech. Like they're not even in the same class, but Georgia and Georgia Tech.
They're not rivals. I mean, they are, but they're
Georgia.
different conferences.
See, I know when Georgia and Carolina are about to play, like we have this huge party downtown, like bands, and it's called the Border Bash, and us in South Carolina get together and just throw down hard, and it's a big city event, to celebrate the Gamecocks getting ready to play the Dogs. So I guess that would be like the rivals.
I think. Are you sure you're not talking about Florida and Georgia playing in Jacksonville every year?
No, I'm 100% sure that the Border Bash. I live on the border.
Okay.
So, like, us playing Florida is always a big deal, but us playing the Gamecocks is also a huge deal. And I don't know if that's more regional to Augusta, since, Augusta is split, and it's not 50-50. The overwhelming majority of Augusta is in Georgia on the Savannah River, more or less. But then we have North Augusta, which is right over the river. Like the Augusta Green Jackets, our minor league baseball team, was right here, and then they built the new stadium right over the bridge in North Augusta. It's weird. Okay. It's weird. So we have a huge Border Bash thing.
Yes, I do know someone you can send your books off to be pressed with. And so does Mark, but I'll do mine since this is my
channel. This is his channel.
Comic_pressing on Instagram. Make sure you guys hit him up. Eric is his name. He presses books for as little as $12. Please use my promo code BURK54. Get free shipping back to you on your first order. Eric is a great guy. He can send books off to CGC after. Head up comic_pressing on Instagram. If you want to know who Mark says to use, check out his channel.
Yeah. Check out my channel for promo codes and special offers. And
yeah, there you go.
Who knows? The wait times are probably significantly less. Because Eric's been at it a long time. Eric's been at it a long time. I'm not gonna lie, that dude's a wizard. I've sung his praises about. He took that Caliber Presents first appearance of the Crow from, I think it was a 5.5 to like an 8.0.
Yeah.
But I also cheated. I switched from CBCS and had it sent to CGC. I cracked the CBCS, cleaned and pressed it, and sent it to CGC.
Oh, I remember that.
Loopholes.
Yeah, I've been at that hospital before. So I was actually not born Steve Birkland. I had a different last name when I was born, and then I
thought you were going to say a different first name.
I'm not going to say my biological last name for two reasons. One, I hate it.
Stephanie Birkland.
And two, the second reason is I never met my dad, and he's a piece of crap. So that's also why I don't want to use that last name. Anyways, the dad that adopted me is where I got Birkland. He's no longer in a picture. My mom got remarried. He also adopted me, but I didn't change my last name. Anyways, long story short, the Birkland guy, he was in the military, and so I have been to the Fort Riley Hospital. I've been through Fort Riley and on Fort Riley many, many, many times. My sister is a major in the Army. She's not stationed at Fort Riley, but she is in the military, and she's doing awesome things. So,
is she still doing the YouTube channel for your niece?
She is and isn't. Like, she is still doing it, but she has not been posting. Like,
it's there, but they're just kind of out of it right now.
Yeah. I mean, they're getting ready to move. They're selling their house, and when I say they're selling their house, like they're selling everything, and they're moving into an RV. And so, like, they got 2 kids. I mean, they're super busy right now.
Dude, I love that video that y'all did together on her channel where you were pulling the Power Ranger figures and letting them.
Oh, that was a lot of fun.
Like, you were blindfolded and you were trying to guess the figure by the helmet and the weapon. That was
like 2 years ago. Look at you remembering that. That's awesome.
I've got like the brain of Rain Man, but without as useful. I have selective memory. But I can't select what it is I remember.
Are you going to PlanetCon? Because if so, we definitely need to chat. I will definitely be there for sure. My brother used to wear his Husker stuff when he did training at Fort Hood, Texas. Nice. Screw the Huskers though. Oh shit. Well, Mark, I appreciate you joining me tonight, man. This was a lot of fun. Are you going to do your community hangout tomorrow morning?
Yeah, it's already set to go. And I just randomly posted. I recorded and posted a video before we came on here, just opening up some more hero clicks, man. Saturday is the day. I've got the hero click bug for all you out there. If you're in the chat or you're watching this on the rewind and you play this superhero miniatures tabletop game, that's a cool ass figure right there.
That is really cool. I love the blue. on Batman, even though like the black looks more BA. I just
No,
like the blue.
I like the blue and gray. That's definitely that's my jam. But it's pretty cool because both of these they're different sculpts completely. The gargoyles are different paint jobs, but they're both the same homage.
I love
But
it.
it's really cool. But I've opened 3 booster packs last night. I opened 2 today from the HeroClix Justice League series. When I collected them back in the day, it was primarily Marvel. They just started making DC when I kind of stopped. So I've been trying to beef up some of the DC ones I have, and now I have to find the ability sheet because they all have these little color codes to their moves and stuff that tells you about their powers that they can use when you play, but I don't have that key. I need that key to actually put it into action. Otherwise, I'm just stuck playing with my original ones, and I want to play with these new figures. But my daughter, my 14-year-old, is going to be coming over this weekend, and we're going to clear this table off. I'll probably set the cam up over it and fire up a live and hope that people that are HeroClix people might catch it and be able to pop in and communicate while we're playing and trying to relearn and figure it out. I'm trying hard. Joined some little groups on Facebook, and I don't even Facebook. And the
You have
community,
your own Facebook now.
I do have a Facebook, but I don't get on there and I don't spend any time on Facebook participating in it. And to Wheelchair Superhero 87, that's the only dude I talk to on Facebook. I have my Facebook, a Legion of Comics Facebook that's linked to my Instagram. So I post on Instagram and it automatically sends it to Facebook. I don't have to actually do that. And but I've been going over there in the past few days trying to ask questions and get some information and stuff. And yeah, it seems very overwhelming. There's just a lot to it. So I think I just need to actually sit down and start playing, you know what I mean? And just get going from there. But I need people to play with, whether it be over the interwebs or in person. Might just have to get Pops to come over. Me and him played numerous times back in the day.
You guys want to see your earrings?
Of course.
You want to come on here and show me your earrings?
They're diamonds.
They're what?
They're diamonds.
Oh, that's awesome.
The camera's up there.
You know your dad has those same ones.
He does?
He does.
They're like here, so you can see them.
Do you want to put that earring in my ear?
No, yes.
You totally can because I used to have my ear pierced.
We knew you did.
Still pierced.
I know that one right there.
Yeah, he got him pierced. When you get older, ask him who Burke Nasty is.
You.
Yes.
Oh shit! I love
Are
you.
you coming off this?
I'll come in here in a second. You want some water? Thanks, babe. Here you go. All right, bye. All right, it's about that time. Thank you to comic_pressing on Instagram for sponsoring the channel. Hit up Eric over there at comic_pressing and use my promo code BURK54. Get free shipping back to you on your first order. What does Chip have to say?
Y'all have a good night now.
Thank you to the channel members. Everyone in the family tier is entered to win a monthly Burke Box sponsored by the 616comics.com. A link to everyone in the family tier and friend tier. A link to the Instagram or YouTube is in the description of all my videos. Make sure you guys are following them, subscribe to them, and supporting this amazing community. Speaking of the 616, thank you to the 616comics.com for sponsoring a monthly Burke Box. Make sure you guys check out the 616comics.com for all of your exclusive variants and comic book needs. Thank you again to Mark for coming on. We had a great time. And as always, go Cats, Cowabunga,